What happens when a lifelong friendship turns into a crime scene? On November 2022, one-year-old Brandon Ryner stood alongside his parents, desperately praying for his fate while police investigated the disappearance of his best friend Aaron Davis. What investigators would uncover that day would shock an entire community and reveal one of the most disturbing murder cases in recent Georgia history. Today on TokRadar, we break down the complete investigation, the bizarre clues, the shocking confessions, and the ultimate justice served in the courtroom. This case will make you question everything you thought you knew about the people closest to you.
Their son's fate.
Rachel, Jeremy, y'all can have a seat out here. Would you like to talk in private?
On a cold November morning in 2022, officers in Rome, Georgia discovered a ditched Toyota Prius in a creek. The vehicle sat abandoned with its lights still on but the engine not running. This was the first sign something was terribly wrong. When police ran the license plate, they discovered the car belonged to one-year-old Aaron Davis. According to his father, Aaron had been traveling to Rome to visit his longtime friend.
Y'all don't think he's in there?
No, I didn't know there.
Okay. Son's name's Aaron Davis. Supposed to be coming to Rome to see some friends and going to Alabama to see his girlfriend.
I don't think he made it there.
Nah. I wonder where he's at. Why his car down there?
Crazy thing is, there's nothing. I mean, there was no acceleration. It's almost like it just
Rode off in there or something.
yeah. Didn't go all the way up in park or something. Yeah, I mean, there's lights on like it's, but it ain't running.
I rode over here to see what was going on. He was down there changing out the trash.
And Brandon Ryner before heading to Alabama to see his girlfriend. Nobody had heard from him since. Lieutenant sailors called Aaron's father, who provided crucial information. The night before, Aaron had gone to visit Brandon, his friend since middle school. Aaron had just graduated from Brigham Young University and was celebrating the new start to adulthood with a visit to his childhood friend. But since that night, Aaron's phone went straight to voicemail.
Then I gotta go up to visit his girlfriend in Alabama after that.
Okay. Yeah, can you see if you maybe can get a hold of him and check in with him, see where his car's supposed to be?
So you just found the car abandoned there?
Yeah, it's actually off in a little ditch. We're in the process of getting it out. I don't think there's anybody in it right now.
Police immediately called Brandon Ryner, the last person supposedly in contact with Aaron. Brandon claimed they started drinking around noon and that Aaron threw up badly. Brandon said he woke up around 1 or 2 a.m. and found Aaron's car gone. Brandon's story seemed to make sense. He even claimed to be actively looking for Aaron at the time of the call. But detectives needed more information, so a few hours later, they arrived at Brandon's house unannounced. This time, face to face, Brandon elaborated on the previous night. He said they drank red wine and that Aaron, who didn't drink often, had gone upstairs, throwing up. Brandon claimed he went downstairs, dropped a bottle, and cut his pinky. He said he showered, went to bed, and woke up to find Aaron's car missing. When asked how long they had been friends, Brandon said they met in 5th grade and became closer around freshman year. He suggested Aaron might be at a hotel sleeping off the alcohol. Everything seemed normal until officers asked to check inside the house.
Hey, I'm Lieutenant Sailors, Rome Police. You doing all right today?
Yes, I am. I'm looking for my friend right now.
Yeah, that's what I was calling about. You hadn't heard from him?
I have not. I've tried calling him and it's just gone straight to voicemail. And I heard he was at Heritage Park, so that's where I'm at right now. So I'm looking around. Do you guys know where the car was?
Yeah, it was in a ditch over there. When's the last time you saw Aaron?
I saw him last night.
About what time?
Well, we started drinking around like 12, noon. He started throwing up pretty bad. He told me to leave him alone. I guess I woke up around like 1 or 2 a.m. And that's when I saw that his car was gone.
All right. Well, if y'all hear from him, let us know, okay?
Yeah, thank you for the help, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Officer Gar with the Rome Police Department. We're following up on all this. Can you walk me through what's going on? Just make sure we're all on the same page.
We started drinking around 12 yesterday.
Yeah, it's you and Aaron, right?
Yeah, me and Aaron.
Okay. Anyone else with you guys? And went some bars, and I had bought some red wine. Yeah. And came back here, started drinking red wine. He doesn't drink too often, so yeah. He had gone upstairs and was just puking everywhere to the toilet. It was like standing up and puking for some reason. I went downstairs and he told me that he doesn't need any help. I went downstairs, dropped a bottle, cut my pinky, and I went to the urgent care this morning, took a shower, went to bed. Okay. And then woke up 1 to 2 a.m. and his car was gone. So how long have you and Aaron been friends? We met when I was in 5th grade. Okay. And then we became more like close friends, I'd say, like around freshman year. We're still trying to find him. I don't know. You know, he may just be staying at a hotel, sleeping off whatever happened last night. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean he's in danger or anything like that. Do you have any problem with us checking inside the house? No problem at all? No ferocious iguanas or anything? No. You never know, man. People have all kinds of pets.
Brandon had no problem with officers searching his home, but what they found would raise immediate suspicion. Several doors were locked, specifically the door to the room where Aaron supposedly threw up multiple times. This was strange behavior for someone claiming innocence.
Do you mind coming in here with me so you can just show me where I'm going and all that? Yeah. This makes it a little bit easier. The bathroom is up there that he was up checking in. I got you. Oh, Lord. Is that what's in the laundry right now, I guess? Okay.
When officers entered Aaron's room, they noticed a strong chemical smell and excessive amounts of cleaning supplies, but nothing prepared them for what they found next. There was a significant amount of blood next to the bed, far more than could be explained by vomiting.
There's a significant amount of blood next to the bed, too. Decent. More than just vomit. All the way over here. Looks like it's been there a while, but he could have been throwing up blood, I guess. See all that? It's weird to be throwing up blood like that. Not to mention, if he had alcohol poisoning, he wouldn't have been able to get up and move around this morning. Especially at 2 or 3 in the morning. He's poured powder right there, too. That's it right now.
Officers noted that if Aaron had alcohol poisoning, he wouldn't have been able to get up and move around, especially at 2 or 3 a.m. The puddles of blood suggested something far more sinister had occurred in that room. As officers continued their search, Brandon's demeanor changed. He sensed their suspicion and made a split-second decision. He jumped the fence and fled towards Singwood, leading officers on a foot chase through residential areas. Despite deploying units to the area, officers lost sight of Brandon. He had escaped, at least for now.
Oh, my knees. Keep going. Hey, no, quick. Now. He jumped the fence, headed back towards Collinwood.
Somewhere between LaPorte and Eastnine, gotta be in these houses. Go up to the house, get in the backyard. Okay. Possible 1043 suspect.
Get back towards Collinwood. Run back towards 8.
Give me more units.
With Brandon on the run, police began door-to-door canvassing the neighborhood. During this effort, an officer encountered Brandon's father, Jeremy Ryner, on a phone call. The officer took the phone to speak with him directly. Jeremy had no idea where his son was. He thought Brandon was still at home. Jeremy and his wife were working and about an hour away.
Hey, sir, I'm Lieutenant Sailor from police.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Reisner, the homeowner,
yes,
and
sir.
my Brandon's father.
Yeah, we're probably going to need to talk to Brandon. Do you know where he is?
No, I thought he was still at home. Now, earlier we had told him maybe drive around the areas where they normally hang out and try to look for him, for Aaron. Okay, well, we'll keep trying to get hold of them. We're still about an hour away, working our way there.
They agreed to drive around areas where the boys normally hung out to look for Aaron. As hours passed with no leads, Jeremy returned home and discovered Brandon's phone. This was a significant discovery that could help trace where Brandon had fled. However, Jeremy's cooperation...
I am.
Okay.
This is Mom.
Okay. So I realize you might not be able to answer this question. Probably don't know the answer, but I'll try. Is there a suspicion that Brandon was involved in what, hurting Aaron or something?
There's suspicion of something happening in the home.
Beyond getting drunk and throwing up?
Well, we don't know.
They're lifelong friends. We called back after the boy's mom called us. We called back and said, when did you last see Aaron? He says, I guess he left during the night. And that's all we did. We went to look for him where the car was reported.
Yes.
Powers that be have our number?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suddenly stopped. He refused to hand the phone over to police, leaving them to wonder what he had seen on it. When police spoke to Jeremy again, his demeanor shifted dramatically. Whatever was on that phone had disturbed him greatly. The officer noticed something had changed and confronted Jeremy about the phone. Police needed a warrant to search Brandon's phone, but before they could obtain one, Brandon himself provided crucial evidence.
What's the status? All right, so first of all, I understand you found his cell phone. That's right. You want to turn that over to us?
Maybe.
Okay.
I do. My gut says yes, but at the same time,
yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
We'll probably need to go through it and see at least maybe where he's been today. There is a significant amount of blood in that upstairs bedroom and on the carpet. But I wanted to be straight up with you. Not go home and find that. Okay.
No, I appreciate that. Do you have a warrant that would include the phone?
No, we'd have to get one at some point, so we couldn't go into it without that. So
some text back and forth.
Maybe something helps, and
I know.
Helps him, But I can't promise you that because I don't.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't know what all's in there, so
I want to. I was
I know as a father, I understand that.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep walking.
Because he doesn't know what's going on. But he seemed a little shocked that we're at his house. He seemed respectful in the sense that he was okay with us being at his house and doing what we needed to do. I couldn't really get a feel for him. He may just be covering for his kid. He's gotta be. Him having the phone and not being shattered tells me that his son handed it to him. So he found the phone, tells us that he found the phone, but doesn't want to give it to us without searching it.
Text messages not there.
Probably. He was telling Randy that they were texting her about him asking for if anyone had seen Aaron. I wonder if those texts were sent since we've been here, though.
Left an array of horrifying notes and messages that painted a complete picture of what had happened that night. In one particularly disturbing passage, Brandon wrote, "His scream became a gargle as he swallowed his tongue. I like dark places where my mind melts. It feels so good and I feel so cool. My brain's a waterfall running out of my nose like drool. I can turn myself on in the blink of an eye. They notified me as the smartest man alive." He also left a to-do list following the murder that included references to his YouTube channel where he posted music, along with tasks like vacuum, laundry, shower, and text Rachel that Aaron threw up horribly with blood. These messages made it clear to Jeremy that Brandon had killed Aaron. Just an hour later, Jeremy called police to report that he was with Brandon and that his son was willing to surrender and turn himself in. 25 minutes later, Brandon and his parents arrived at the police station. Officers secured Brandon and began the booking process. Detective York sat Brandon down to conduct an interview and read him his Miranda rights. Brandon exercised his right to remain silent and requested a lawyer. He knew that anything he said in the interrogation room could be used against him in court. While this was unfortunate for the detective, Brandon's parents were willing to cooperate. The detective turned his attention to Jeremy, who provided crucial information. Brandon had been brought home from college because he was having anxiety attacks, visions, and troubling thoughts. He was supposed to be getting his medication. This raised the possibility that Brandon's actions may have been influenced by mental instability. However, detectives had to approach these claims with caution. Jeremy's statements could have been an attempt to have Brandon plead insanity in court, which might not fully reflect the reality of the situation.
You're Brandon.
Rachel.
Rachel? Jeremy. Thank you.
Rachel, Jeremy, if y'all can have a seat out here, I'm gonna take him back there and we'll talk, man. Would you like to talk in private?
You need to send somebody out to find the body.
Okay. I'll be right back out with you, okay? Anything in your pockets that I need to know about?
Wallet and keys.
Those real quick. Anything else?
No.
Sorry about that. Go ahead and have a seat. Alright, like I was saying, I'm Detective York. I work here at the wrong PD, of course. Detective York, yep, that's me. So before we get started, got some paperwork you gotta fill out. So I'm gonna read you some stuff before we get started, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you are asked questions and have him with you during questioning.
I would like a lawyer.
You would like a lawyer, okay? Alright, sit tight for just a minute.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on right now. Anything that we can do to help y'all right now.
Need to find that body. I can take you out. Try to show you. I can try to show you.
You can try to show us
The general area, yeah.
Okay.
There's an old cemetery up the hill. You turn left. Trendle, something like Trendle.
Okay.
We can show you on that.
Jeremy provided police with the location of Aaron's body. He described an old cemetery where he had taken Brandon to show him something. This statement was crucial information to track down Aaron's body. All hands went on deck to search the cemetery.
Brandon had brought him home from college because he was having anxiety attacks, he was having suicidal thoughts, he was having visions. Brought him home to make him safe. I get his medications right. Got a call from Brandon this morning at 9 or 10. He was asking about one thing out. Vomiting. So they had drank. He didn't want Dad finding out that he was vomiting upstairs in the corridor. That's all we heard. Then an hour or two goes by. Boy's mom calls us. Or I called Brandon back like immediately after the murder. So, do you know where Aaron is? He says, no. Together around 5. And we were told Aaron had run away. Ran from the house, ran from the police. Aaron's body is likely there. He's mentally unstable. He has Tourette's since he was a kid, diagnosed as a kid. And with that comes OCD, and people say they have OCD all the time, they don't understand. And so they live with that.
Aaron was found buried in a secluded area behind the property. Even worse, his body was wrapped in the very sheets he slept on in Brandon's house. The speculation had come to an end. Brandon Ryner was a cold-blooded murderer. Following this discovery, Stand
right there. Go.
Go up to the counter, right? Let them follow their instructions. This is his property. You got ID in here if you want. For me? No, we're talking to him. Oh. You got your ID in there. Oh, yeah.
Brandon was placed under arrest for the murder of Aaron Davis and transported to the local prison. Officers noted that Brandon remained eerily calm throughout the entire process, showing no emotion as he was processed. Before the day ended, officers had one tragic duty to complete. They had to break the news to Aaron's parents that their son had been murdered. The devastating scene was captured on body camera as the family learned their worst nightmare was reality.
Any questions? Here?
I
don't know a whole lot because I've not been here doing a lot of research. I think be specifics.
Why would he do that?
We don't know the house in the fire. We don't know what happened. Why did it happen?
Why you do that? We need my son. The family needs him. Oh my God.
Aaron Davis was a recent college graduate with a bright future ahead of him. His sudden death was nothing short of an evil, horrifying act on Brandon's behalf. Justice had to be served for Aaron and his family. That justice would come inside the courtroom on July 18th, 2024. Brandon was left with little to no defense for his crimes. His plea to claim mental insanity was quickly ruled out by the court. The judge delivered the final verdict. I have come to the conclusion that justice requires that Mr. Ryner be sentenced on count 1 to imprisonment for life without parole, and that is what I'm going to do. Brandon Ryner was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole after pleading guilty to the murder and mutilation of Aaron Davis. The case serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the people closest to us can be capable of the most unimaginable acts.
And I have come to the conclusion that justice requires that Mr. Reisner be sentenced on count 1 to imprisonment for life without parole. And that's what I'm going to do.
What do you think about this case? Does Brandon's mental health history change your perception of the crime, or does it not excuse what he did? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown informative, make sure to subscribe to TokRadar for more in-depth crime investigations and case analyses. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction, and justice doesn't always come quickly, but it does come. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.